Katlyn, first of all, you're going to be, I believe, the very first fighter to walk out in Madison Square Garden come Saturday night.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It's awesome. You know, a couple of my teammates are on the card, and we're all like, oh, this is so cool. It's the first, I'm on the first card ever. I was like, yeah, but I'm the first one to walk out. So I get that on my resume. It's a cool thing to be able to say.
Very, very cool. What's it been like to be in the city just throughout the entire week so far? Have you been able to absorb some of the fight week activities and the fans? And what's it been like being in New York in the first place?
Yeah, usually I'm from New Jersey, so I train in New York all the time. So I'm always here, like at Henzo's twice a week, and I train in Brooklyn once a week. So it's kind of cool to be around and see all of a sudden, like the streets that I walk on all the time, going to the gym, it's all normal, and now I'm seeing like UFC signs up and all this stuff, and you can tell there's like more MMA fans around because especially coming out of the hotel, there's like all crazy people there, and it's totally cool. It's cool to see the city starting to get absorbed with MMA.
When you got the phone call that you'll be fighting on MSG, what was your initial reaction there?
It's so weird because I kept saying to my mom, I was like, I don't know why, but I have a gut feeling I'm going to be on this card. You know, I was waiting for a fight, and I'm like, I know, like, I'm new to this division, and this is only my second UFC fight, but I'm the only girl signed from the East Coast, so I just was holding on to that little thing, and I was like, well, I have to be on it. I don't know if it was positive thinking, but when I got called on it, I was like so pumped. Words can't explain it.
You beat Lauren Murphy in your debut, and now you got Liz Carmouche. For you, is that like a big step up in competition, obviously being a former title challenger in Carmouche?
I don't think it's a big step up. I mean, I think it's pretty equal. They fought each other, and, it was a really close, controversial decision that Liz came out. When I signed up for the UFC, I signed up to fight anyone who I could. That's why I had 7 amateur fights, 7 pro fights before that, because I wanted to go into the UFC knowing that I could fight anyone, not just below the top 10 and then wait till I get better. I wanted to go into the UFC knowing that I could stand there and compete with any of the girls. So I don't think it's a step up in competition. I've been training since I was 4 years old in martial arts, so I'm definitely ready for this.
When you close your eyes and you envision the fight playing out in your mind, how do you see yourself getting your hand raised?
The only thing I can keep picturing is my hand being raised. I'm confident. I don't do specific game plans. I'm confident. If the fight stands the whole time, I'm confident that I'm going to be the better fighter. And if it's on the ground, I feel like I'm going to be better, whether it's an early stoppage or a decision. The one thing I keep seeing since day one is my hand being raised.